Hey! Hello. Hi. Microphone's turned on, right? Perfect. Excellent. Hello! Hi. I'm just putting out a notification on Twitter and probably Discord, putting the notifications out. We're only 2 minutes late. That's actually not bad. That's actually not bad, all things considered. I've been recently getting back into I call it getting back into the Twitter game. I'm on Twitter a lot more than I have been in the past, getting back onto it about roughly what I used to be in the past. That sentence probably made very little sense, but I mean, it's called X now. Look, listen. Everything comes in circles. Everything comes in cycles. History repeats itself. We're back on X. Twitter? It's weird. I tried, this is like such a random thing, but I was on Twitter a lot today. Not like a lot for a long period of time at any given time, just kind of like popping in and out. On and off, in and out. I was popping in and out. And, it just reminded me, because I tried to do the Threads thing when Threads came out. And apparently there's a blue sky thing now. And all of a sudden, it's like there are these Twitter competitors. And honestly, the only people still doing Twitter better than Twitter is Twitter. It's like, oh, everyone hates it. But like, honestly, it still does it better than anybody else. It's so weird. But anyway, I spent a lot of time on there today. That's completely random. But I was just thinking about it because I was posting a link to Twitter. We're playing some Phoenix Wright today. And honestly, we're not gonna do much ado. We're just gonna oh. It looks like a part of my green screen is peeping. We got a little bit of I gotta look this way. Hang on. What's showing here? Whoop. Gooch. Cool. We had a part of the green screen showing its the way through. It was a little peepee of my wall, a little bit peeperoonie of to my wall situation. There we go. Fantastic. Loading content. We're going back into the game. We're going back all the way back into the Phoenix Wright days. Look, there are games out. This is actually kind of funny to me. Like, we've got other games that are out that I could be playing, like Diablo 4 came out, Baldur's Gate 3 came out. Actually, I've been playing quite a bit of Baldur's Gate 3 on my own. We've got, like, new games in existence that we could be playing and streaming. And yet here I am streaming Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. Listen, I've got so many games that, like, I've started on stream that I have not finished that I would like to finish on stream. And then we can move on to other stuff as well. But until then, it's not that I don't want to finish Ace Attorney. So that's why we're still doing this, right? I want to see this through. We have the whole trilogy, and we haven't beaten the first game yet. And we've been playing this forever. So anyway, this is our continuation, shall we? Hello, friends, and welcome to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. I'm your host, MagicManMo, and we're going to continue our game in Episode 4, Turnabout Goodbyes. This, I believe, is our very final night. Final court case, final day rather, to defend Edgeworth against whatever's being leveraged to him. It seems like he's not entirely innocent. He's possibly murdered his father inadvertently, actually, like in the long run. But that case was a bajillion years ago. However, the statute of limitations doesn't run up until this day, December 28th. So we believe our opponent Von Karma is using that against us to get Edgeworth locked up for good, basically on an older case, essentially. We have a current murder case that we're trying to solve between Hammond, who was a prosecutor? I forget what he was, but he was involved in the DL6 incident, which was what Edgeworth's old case was. So it all connects, basically, but it's weird that the real actual murder that took place recently is really taking a back seat to the murder of Edgeworth's father from a long time ago. December 28th, 9:51 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Whoa! Where'd you come from? What was that lightning? What was that? Did we flicker some electricity? What happened? Well, what's the big deal? Big idea. I actually don't know what happened just now. Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. What'd she do? Sneak up on us? I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Oh, did she zap us? Did she touch our shoulder and then like a bunch of residual electricity spark through our spines? Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum, as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing? I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should probably go outside and discharge. Also, stop touching people! Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, yeah, pal! Is that Gumshoe? It sounds like Gumshoe. Yeah, it is. What's got into that girl? Detective Gumshoe! Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, detective? How did it go, detective? I forget that Gumshoe is the detective. We do so much sleuthing of our own that I forget that we're not a detective. Gumshoe's the detective. Have no fear, as promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his own past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. I mean, he's got to know more than he's letting on. Like, whether or not he's at least a little bit crazy is possible, but, like, he's got to know something. More than he's letting on. December 28th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. My game froze for a second, and I thought there was about to be like an action sequence, like maybe the prosecution isn't here or something. I don't remember what voice I gave Karma. It was like the press. No, that's not it. Oh, what did I do for him? The prosecution is ready. I don't remember, but there it is. I'll do that. Ooh, I've got a text from family. I'm just gonna look at it. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone for now. I'll get back to that one. Okay. That's people trying to make plans, and I don't know yet. I'll let other people in the group figure that out for a sec. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake, from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. If he wakes up for it. There he is. I don't remember what voice I gave him either, so we're gonna make it up. Why I left court.
I'm really sorry about just leaving like I did, like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is.
Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. I don't know how we cross-examine this. There's not a lot here to cross-examine, I'll be honest with you. I forget how to play the game. Okay, we can press him with Q. Okay, I was gonna say, how do we... So we're gonna press him for every little thing, and then like needle him his way there. So we'll just go through it. We'll just go through it. I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger.
Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony.
He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. Yeah, we didn't get anything out of that, I'll be honest.
But I wasn't running away or nothing.
Then why did you leave?
He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking?
Actually, it is. If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. I gotta press everything.
I went to buy some food for Polly, see?
Food?
Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown.
But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Or why did you?
Well, I kind of got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack.
Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that.
I see. So he was lost.
Oh, please, come on, Your Honor. Come to your senses. All right. We don't know. No one told us where he was arrested, right? Like, where was he found when he was arrested? I don't remember Gumshoe saying.
I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow.
You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Seems like it.
Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory. You know exactly who you are.
The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof.
How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible.
I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness, please continue. I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one.
We'll have to look at our evidence and see if we can piece this together. But for now, I'm just going to kind of press everything. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right?
Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible.
I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor? You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Well, obviously, Your Honor, of course. The witness has said he has nothing to do with the case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies! Which we know that, but the crucial piece of evidence, the actual, letter written to Yanni Yogi to basically do the deed, is gone. Von Karma took it from us, so that would have been crucial. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Ho ho! Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. We both know that you know. Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name. I mean, it's Yanni Yogi, but there is actually 0% chance it's Gregory himself, right? Having survived all these years or something crazy. If I click on Yanni Yogi, yeah, okay, it'll go down. I didn't know if I had to, select it. It's been a while since we did a case. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. I'm gonna go for it. I mean, that's the only explanation. If he's anyone else, then I'm gonna be flabbergasted. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh, ho! Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident. It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Stop. There we go. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? Trust me? This is a court of laws, you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see. That makes sense. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints! What? Why? Why? What? No fingerprints?
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yup.
What? Yogi, you sneak! You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past! Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. Ah.
Well, what will you do now, Mr. Wright?
It seems that the case has been decided, no? No! I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way.
There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one!
Nick, what are we going to do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do?
Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief,
Actually though, Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot. I mean, actually, though, like, I don't know why Von Karma suggested that, because I was thinking that earlier, because I know the parrot repeats certain phrases, and I know the parrot is in my pocket as, like, evidence. So it's really not crazy. What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to. Your Honor. The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal.
Take Mr. Von Karma up? On my proposal?
Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot.
Order, order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma?
Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. I object to your objection. Wait just a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested.
Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest.
I am a little desperate, so I will be your guest.
Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences.
Yeah, no duh, that's what we're here for. Nick, this is crazy.
Well, still want to go through with your little game?
Oh, heck yeah, I do. Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah, I do. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. It's amazing.
This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard.
Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At last, or at least, I think so.
Bailiff, bring in the parrot.
What if he yelled bailiff and then frickin' Yanni stood up? Because he used to be a bailiff.
That's quite a bird. Please, tell us your name. Name!
I mean, give the parrot a chance. The parrot has no idea what's going on.
The witness is ignoring me.
It must hurt to be ignored by a bird.
Ahem. Very well. Witness, who is your owner? Please, testify for us.
Oh my god, is it gonna give a testimony? Like an actual testimony? This would be amazing. Who is your owner? ...
Hello! Hello!
That's it. We can work with that. We can work with that. This could happen. This could work.
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well. Begin your cross-examination.
Right. What are you going to do, Nick? We'll ask some questions. We'll say some trigger words, and the parrot will do what a parrot will do.
I don't know.
What do we do, Maya? We can do this. We got this. We got this in the bag. We got this.
Hello! Hello!
Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right. What do I say? Because the parrot likes Maya. Have we forgotten something? What's your name? What's the safe number? I like the safe number. That was definitely a thing. Do I go with that one? What's the angle there? We can start with the name. It won't help us very much. It's like Polly, right? Like we already know its name. I'll start with the safe number. I remember doing that like last episode. We'll start with that. And if that's not the right move, then oh well. Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say something. Say anything. Oh, let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was this number to the safe in the shack?
1228. 1228. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker.
It actually does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it.
Ha! Ridiculous. How can the number to his safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity?
Because 1228 might be a date of some kind? Maybe? I mean, there's got to be something, right? Maybe in the DL6 incident. Oh, okay. Oh, God. I thought I was selecting a thing. I was just looking at everything. No. Can we take a peep at the DL6 thing? I don't want to present. Can I just I want to take a peep. I want to check. 1228. Yes. Location, elevator, district courthouse. Air in elevator was oxygen depleted. Yes. Fantastic. The victim was Gregory Edgeworth, which was Edgeworth's father. Defense attorney trapped in elevator, returning, blah, 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 age 9. One bullet found in heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. Very much like the situation that we have with Hammond. Although there were 3 shots, like, heard. But there were 2 shots, like, fired into the guy. Or something like that. It was something like that. Suspect data, Yanni Yogi, age 37, court bailiff, trapped in elevator with Edgeworth, memory loss. Okay, yeah, again, it's the firing twice thing, and we have the bullet. It's definitely this, though. We're going to present this, because it's the same date.
The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case?
Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to the safe number? Case summary. Was it in the case? Hang on a sec. Was it the case? Hold on. Was it in the case? It was in the case summary, right? Yeah, case summary. Thank you. I'm glad I could do that. I'm glad I could look that up. I was like, was it in the case summary or something else? Hang on, back. I didn't know if it was in the something else. Case summary. It's on the case summary page.
The case summary?
Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred.
The date of the incident? December 28? Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago.
And the number on that safe is 1228.
Huh!
He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him.
I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Bah! This is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with a date. Nothing. Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence.
Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we could get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what?
Very well, witness. You may continue.
Am I about to press a ... I am. Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me. Please?
Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot.
Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi.
Hello.
We need to show that the parrot's owner is Mr. Yogi. Can we... How do I do that? I gotta take a peep at all my evidence. It'd be great if there's like a bird in the background of this photo or something. It's like, that's the parrot! The parrot saw it all! The parrot saw everything! I don't know that I have evidence to prove that the parrot belongs to Yanni. Like, that's kind of specific. Answers to the name Polly. We've got the bulletin from Gregory's heart. Still bears clear ballistic markings, which I feel like will end up fitting that pistol eventually. But I don't think this is the time for that. Is there anything in this picture? I mean, again, it'd be hilarious if there was a parrot in this photo. That would be hilarious, but there isn't. Can I actually just press the squawk again and then get some more dialogue options? Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right. What do I say? Okay, cool. We need corroborating evidence. It answers to the name Polly. I'll go with the name angle on this one. Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly, what's your name?
Polly, what?
Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot's name is Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity?
Yes. Somehow, yes it does. I haven't pieced it together yet, but maybe I will.
Ah, fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof.
Nick, don't you think we're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. Do we have proof of that? I feel like we don't. I've been very optimistically confident in this regard, but I feel like it... We know it answers to Polly. I can't just present the parrot, right? I can't just present the parrot on the parrot, right? Is there a thing about Polly in here where he also named the bird after the incident? There's no way. No clues found. One bullet, fired twice. Polly Jenkins? Oh my God, I never put that together. After his arrest, Yanni Yogi's fiancée, Polly Jenkins, committed suicide. They're both named Polly. I forgot about... Okay, my God. My God. It's all DL6 again. I'm glad I read that again. I did not put that together.
The DL6 case file?
That's quite a large file you have there. Which pages is proof on, then?
Oh, don't worry. I can answer that.
Show us or stop wasting our time.
Very well, Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name?
The suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see?
Indeed. It does say that, yes.
What was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins. Polly!
Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess that is possible.
Bah! A mere coincidence. That's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé?
I don't know how old she is. Is she single? No, I'm just kidding. And she's only 7 years old. Never mind. Back out.
That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here.
This is mere coincidence, that's all.
True, that is a possibility.
Matthew, welcome to the stream. Welcome back.
However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me.
What are you saying?
Summon the caretaker of the boat shop immediately. Witness, tell us your name.
Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember.
No, it's okay.
Oh God, look at him. He's with it.
I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Last time I was here, Sonic was dead. It's weird that was such a long time ago now, because it wasn't that many streams ago.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court.
My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff for this very court.
Order! Yanni Yogi, so was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death?
Yes.
Okay.
It was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond. He said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancée, my social standing. Then, this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it! Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets.
Wait a moment! Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean?
I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
Oh, okay.
Fun Karma, where is Mr. Yogi?
Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession.
Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is
innocent in this case, at least.
Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand?
That was a plot twist. Also, round 3 when? I don't know. But sooner than you might think. Or later. I don't know what you think. If you're thinking tomorrow, later than you think.
There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections?
I sure don't think so. I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? This will literally be the first time Von Karma on prosecution has ever lost. I think. Like he's got like a 40-year win streak or something like that.
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth,
not guilty.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Who's objecting? It's too late to object. It's over. It's adjourned.
Did someone just say objection?
It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means no. Edgeworth! No! Edgeworth, shut your mouth! Shut your face!
Your Honor,
I forget what your voice...
I object to your judgment. What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Oh, what do I do? Maybe. We're still technically within the statute of limitations, so if he confesses, he's screwed. I think we have to raise an objection here. There's a video about this game where they've smashed their tables too much and they break. I love it. Just whack. I can object, but the judge is going to overrule me. Let's do it. Derica! Drive safe if you're driving. The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday, too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth.
He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out.
It's true. It's true. I tried. I raised my objection.
For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer. The criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me.
I mean, technically, because that's not what this trial is about, I kind of don't know if it matters. But okay.
Order! Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant, declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this.
Bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago.
I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned.
December 28, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. See, the problem with holding a court about this now is that, like, there's been no time to collect evidence for this new thing. We would, like, if this were in America, I feel like the move is you have to post a new court date for the prosecution and the defense to create new, collect new evidence and etc. but because the statute of limitations ends today, postponing the date would have basically like no effect. So I think it's too late. I don't think we can do this if this were America. I don't know. I could be wrong. I am not a lawyer. The courtroom collapsed too. Where is this game set again? Japan. It's technically set in Japan, and I do not know Japanese law at all. I'm also not a lawyer, so I don't even know that I know American law enough to say for sure. Oh well, needless to say, I think it's happening.
I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort.
Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad?
I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances.
This is crazy. Just crazy.
Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent.
Yeah. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it.
Not too freaking bad.
He confessed that he did it in court.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. We're doing it. Xenophone, say welcome to the stream. I got Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance for my 3DS. I don't know what that is. I'm not very familiar with Kingdom Hearts. I know they have like a zillion games, but I'm not familiar with that. December 28, 2:30 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. I think we moved courtrooms. I thought we were in courtroom number 2.
Now then, I would like to resume our trial.
Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book.
I see. Does the defense have any objections?
Not to that. No, let's do it. No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? I kind of doubt that, to be honest. I think you got lucky.
Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand?
It's a really fun Disney game. If you like games with combat, well, it's fun. There's a lot of games with combat in it. I don't have a 3DS, though.
Will the witness state his name and profession?
Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct?
It is correct.
Then testify about this matter to the court.
When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please. I don't remember what that detail might be. I know Edgeworth claims he threw his gun. And then the gun, like, fires. Oh! I think I know what I think I know the detail. We have a picture. We have a crime scene picture where Gregory Edgeworth is dead. Bullet wound in the chest. Dead on the floor of this elevator. But in that picture, there's also a like bullet hole in the glass door or the door, some part of the door. So it looks more to me like someone shot through the elevator to shoot Gregory Edgeworth. So I think that might be it. Let's get to it. The DL6 incident. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. See, just to show you guys what I'm talking about, if we go to the actual photo, is this it? No. If we go to the actual photo, it's this one, right? This is the DL6 incident. There's a bullet hole through the glass window of the elevator. If Edgeworth was inside the elevator and threw the gun at, I think he meant to throw it at Hammond, or not Yanni, rather. He meant to throw the gun at Yanni. And presumably it hits Yanni or the floor or the wall or something. The bullet would then fire and hit his father, Gregory Edgeworth. But the bullet would remain lodged in his chest because we recovered the bullet. See how there's a bullet in the window? We recovered the bullet. The bullet is literally here, taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. So if the bullet was fired inside the elevator, there cannot be a bullet hole in the window of the door if the bullet remained inside the heart of the victim. We got it. We figured it out. That's it. That's I don't know when to present it, but that's what happened. The last Pokemon game I played was Emerald version on the Game Boy Advance SP. Birth by sleep? What does that mean? Alright. So this is just the testimony. We're not cross-examining right now. I don't think. I don't see anything. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. It's terrible testimony. You're innocent. You're literally... I already know how and why.
And until now, you thought this memory was a dream? We was stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events.
Bah! The same claim Mr. Yogi has made.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Easily. The new TMNT movie. I didn't even know there was a new TMNT movie, and then somebody mentioned it at work, and I'm like, "What?" Because everyone in my circles have been so obsessed with like Barbie and Oppenheimer. I didn't even know there was a new TMNT movie. The DL6 incident. Okay, let's. I'll press you for a few of these, but I think I know what we're doing. You hold your face right there. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day?
I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case?
It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details.
That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. Yeah, Von Karma has a motive to take out Gregory Edgeworth. Not a great motive, but like Von Karma, his ego is big enough that I think it might just take it.
As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator.
So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator.
Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed and no one came to help, my father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue.
What did you do then?
I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then, just then, something heavy fell at my feet.
What was it?
A pistol.
I assume it was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster.
And you picked it up. What happened next?
I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked.
So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi?
I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. The gun fired once? Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. The scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. To this day? Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is! One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. But I don't know what it means. I'd better find out, and quick. Wasn't Gregory Edgeworth shot twice, or am I crazy? If we actually go to the court records, don't we have evidence on murder scene? Is it in the DL6 file? I think it might be. Can I check that for a sec? Victim. Trapped in an elevator. One bullet found in the heart. The murder weapon was fired twice, though. He heard it only fired once. So it could be that the gun he threw fired, hit nothing. And then Edgeworth passes out. And then there's a second shot. We know that the murder weapon was fired twice. When it released on Paramount, you're gonna watch it. I don't have Paramount. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I have evidence to present. I don't know when I'm supposed to present it. Hang on, the day. Okay, went to observe. Elevator. I mean the earthquake. Lost composure. Fell at your feet. Threw a thing. A moment later, there was a single gunshot. Here we go. This is what I want to present. He says single gunshot, and it's nonsense. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came.
I see.
Unfortunately, you do not. You don't see. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony.
You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you?
It's a beefy file.
I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony?
The victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Because only one bullet's found in the body.
Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot?
Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident.
What?
I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case?
Of course I do. And I actually do. And I know what I'm going to show. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you this proof. Because, hear me out. I was thinking the shot was fired from outside the elevator in because of the hole in the window. but it's possible that the accidental shot fired out the elevator, that was the bullet in the window, and the second shot was fired inside the elevator into Gregory Edgeworth. It's that one.
What? Impossible.
Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. Do you have any evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident?
I do. It's the photo right here. It's this one. We'll see there's a bullet in the window.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. This is a
photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth.
This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it.
So, let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired? Where?
Your Honor, please get a clue. It's right here. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. Well, yeah. It's right up here. It's this guy right here. And the fact that there's a bullet that had to go through this window, and there's a bullet that was lodged in his chest. It's right here. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here.
I see. A bullet hole in the door.
Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol, yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot.
Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be?
The murderer, of course.
Yeah, I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand.
Kenny, hey, welcome to the stream.
Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page.
The case summary? That's on page 1.
Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene.
We've pointed out a couple clues here.
If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
He does have a point.
That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter, the whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. Okay.
Order! I will have order! Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So, all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim.
I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? No, of course not. What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? Yeah, I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick? If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph that made me laugh, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now... Hear me out. What if the bailiff's gun didn't have bullets and had blanks? That's why there was no 2 bullets. And someone did fire the shot from outside the elevator. I think it was Von Karma. I think Von Karma is the murderer, right? I think he fired from outside the elevator in. That's what killed Gregory. So we have the gun and we have the bullet. And if they don't match, then we know that the gun inside the elevator couldn't have been used to kill Gregory, which is the gun that Miles used, and therefore Miles would be innocent. I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Oh no, I got this solved. I got it.
Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No. No, I do not.
So you killed your father, though that was not your intention.
Yes, I did. Objection. Objection. Oh, no. He's accepted the guilt. Can I actually raise up the court record right now and present? No, that's not a thing.
Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here.
Right now.
Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There's so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words.
Mr. Wright?
I have an objection! I have an objection, Your Honor! I object.
Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object,
I don't know how to present this, that the game needs it. I only know how to explain it. Nick? I don't know. His case is perfect. Oh no! It must exist. The second bullet. Or maybe the second bullet does exist somehow, somewhere. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist, but where? Is this Mia talking to us? Someone! I don't remember what Mia's voice was. It was just crazy. Someone took it! Likely Von Karma. If there is a second bullet, Von Karma took it. That's the only explanation.
It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet, it existed.
What? But we've just heard proof that it does not exist.
I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer.
The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer?
I'm still thinking about that one.
So the criminal took the second bullet, but why?
Huh?
First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet?
I mean, yes. Yes. Because we were in the elevator with Gregory and Yanni and Miles. Yanni was the one on trial. I mean, I'm going to say yes. Of course there was a need. That's why they took it.
Bah, what possible reason could they have had?
Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with them is... I mean, either one of these, the bullet would be proof, the murderer was caught. I mean, the bullet would be proof. Yeah. Or maybe they thought that the bullet would be used as proof? Because if the murderer is Von Karma, he knows exactly how the law would work.
Proof?
It was a special bullet, so they took it with them.
If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well.
But they weren't in the elevator, and the elevator was stuck. Huh?
Why would they only take one of the 2 shots fired?
I'm a genius. It's because the murderer wasn't inside the elevator. Oh, right.
Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? I'm going to have to penalize you.
What? This isn't going so well.
Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for...
Okay, okay. Oh, if the murderer needed to find it, but it's because they were cautious. I think I'm just going to get penalized for that too, though, because it's more or less the same thing. I'm going to say the murderer had to find it. I refuse to say anything else. And I'm going to just say that they were if I get penalized again, it's fine. I've got health. Well, the murderer was a very cautious sort, you see. That's why the murderer had to search for that bullet.
If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same argument. All right, I'm getting penalized. It's fine. It's fine. We got half our health. It's fine. I know what I'm trying to say. I just don't know how to get there. Okay, fine. The murderer didn't need it. The murderer didn't really need the bullet. Sure. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for the stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. I mean, again, unless the gun was like I said before, unless the gun fired blanks. So the murderer, if he shot from outside the elevator, didn't need to find a second bullet because there was no second bullet. Not really.
What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Bah, the murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true.
Ugh. Had to take it. Had to take it. The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but the murderer had to take the bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Oh my God. The murderer had to take the bullet with them because it was inside of them and they survived. One of 2 possibilities. Miles Edgeworth throws the gun and it shoots Yanni Yogi, and Yanni has a bullet wound in him. Or, and this seems quite likely, the bullet left the elevator out the door and shot, I don't know, Von Karma? Because Von Karma, immediately after this case, takes a couple, like, months off or on a sabbatical or something. Like, he disappears for a while. I don't think I have that in my court record, though. What if he was recovering from a bullet wound? I think the murderer got shot and survived and then killed Gregory Edgeworth. He had to shove it in his pocket. I think it's mine. I don't know I'm not sure who it was now, but I think it's because the murderer was shot. Well, for instance what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer? That's what I'm saying!
The bullet hit the murderer?
Just saying, for instance, I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there, you know? I think that's it. That's 100%, that's 100% it. Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened?
Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer himself was shot? And they left with the second bullet still inside of them? Thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime?
Yeah, I guess that's how it would work, yeah.
But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed.
It was Von Karma. It was Von Karma. Von Karma takes a bunch of time off after this.
So that would mean
the murderer came from outside. Yes, I'm a genius. I called this earlier. I called this. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside.
Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say.
What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer.
No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. I can. Hey, Nick.
Huh?
I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? I like crazy. Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? I do remember what he said yesterday.
Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean it could only mean one thing, and I called it. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh, man.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor, nothing wrong. But things are about to get real complicated.
Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Oh boy, should I come out and say it now? There is no better time. There is no better time. It's now or never. Your Honor, insane as it's about to sound, there is a suspect. One lone suspect.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
Oh, my hands are shaking.
For what?
Von Karma.
Von Karma?
And even Karma knows. Even Karma knows how wild this just got.
You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there?
Bah!
You don't object?
I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection?
Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Gorjan, welcome to the stream. Bah! Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery. No? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. I mean, you'd probably have a scar from a bullet wound. We could, I mean, you go to a private room, but we could have your body inspected. I'm just saying, like, it would be in his, like, shoulder or something, right? Because it would have been fired from low, so the shot would have gone up through the elevator. So it's gonna be, like, torso and up. I'm just saying. Von Karma would never make such an idiotic mistake. Yeah, I don't think he went to a doctor. I think he took months off because he freaking, like, pulled it out of himself and then had a very long healing process. I think he's gonna have a massive scar on him if we looked. Nick, let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That's what I'm... Oh my god! Wait, if he didn't go through surgery at all, and he didn't pull it out himself, the bullet would still be in him! That would leave a doctor as a witness. That would be the clue! Metal detect his butt! Nobody's that perfect. So what now, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait, what does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where? Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? Wait, do I need to show evidence out of the court record? All right, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... Okay, so maybe I don't have actual evidence. Believe it or not, Gumshoe to the rescue. Oh, I hope so. We can prove the bullet is in his shoulder. Oh, good lord. I feel like the angle is a pretty good one, honestly. The metal detector. I still have the yeah, no, Gorjan, I just came to the same, I just saw your message. I just came to the same conclusion. I still have the metal detector. We just came to the same conclusion. That's amazing. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself.
You don't mean...
I do. There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma.
Is that even possible? For all these years?
Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. Yeah, you nervous about that now. I refuse.
You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Order!
Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now.
Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. That's a pretty condemning beep, beep, beep. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma?
You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident.
What?
I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence.
That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday.
With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright.
No, I got something. Now, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma.
What?
You were close. 1 day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof.
What?
Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. Easily. And here's my final proof. The gun, maybe. Honestly. Because we also have the bullet. It could be the bullet. Because I do have the DL6 bullet. I could use the gun if we could get the bullet out of Von Karma's shoulder, which I don't think is going to happen. So I think we have to use the bullet. And the bullet won't match the gun, and bada bing, bob bing, bing's your uncle. Don't we ballistic mark? Yeah, it's this one. It's the bullet. Bada bing, Bob's your uncle.
That's a bullet? Where did you get that?
This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact, and they're not going to match the gun. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago.
Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate.
We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Yeah! Ooh. Oh God, what's happening? He's just screaming. He's just screaming. The scream that Edgeworth heard that was completely recognizable.
That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know.
Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away. Get away from my father. Bang. Ooh! It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed! Von Karma, Mr. Von Karma. Oh my god. Oh my god. So it was you. You and your father are my curse! Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record! And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade! I'll bury you! I'll bury you with my bare hands! Death! Death! 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth! It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise! I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from the oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge!
What?
What are you doing? Do your job! Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now! End it!
Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare.
Yes, Your Honor.
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth,
Not guilty. Again.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
December 28, 5:38 p.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 2. That was wild. That was buck wild. Gonna play Rise from the Ashes? What's Rise from the Ashes? Is that the second game? I don't know the subtitles to all the games.
Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looks even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick, crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed.
It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it.
I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. but now it's all just a good memory.
So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah?
I'm not sure how to say this.
I know. Try thank you.
I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome.
I think you could have done better than that.
Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing.
You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth.
She's got you there.
Whoopee! Amazing, pal! You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. Yeah, I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you.
I see.
Whoop.
I feel foolish.
Don't worry, take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Lotta? Where are you coming from? I don't remember your voice. I don't want to talk to you right now. I'm running out of voices.
Hey, y'all!
I think it was that.
Lotta! Y'all were great in there. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yo, Edgeworth, congrats!
Thank y'all very much.
I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there.
You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, yeah?
Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta?
Who, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative reporter pretty quick. Or investigative photographer pretty quick.
Really? That's too bad.
Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park?
Huh?
It's over, Nick. My life is over.
Oh, why the sad face, Larry? What happened now?
Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world.
You don't look sick.
It's Keonce. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind.
Should have seen that coming, and this sounds awfully familiar.
Yo, Edgy, there you are.
Yes, here I am.
Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration.
Celebration? That's unusual for you.
Hairy Butts, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal.
Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it.
Yo, Nick, that's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right?
I think you'll be fine, Larry.
Right.
Yeah? What's up?
That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it.
Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes.
It's $38, right?
Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly?
Nick, wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth at school?
It is. It is the exact amount. $38! No.
No, Larry, it was you!
What are you so surprised about, right?
Huh?
Larry was absent that day from school, right? That doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect.
What?
Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history.
I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you?
I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember?
Yeah, too well.
Right. You may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know.
Really, Wright? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out.
Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, huh?
Edgeworth.
You should have told me.
Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'd say so, yes.
There you have it.
Ugh.
Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did.
Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist.
I didn't know that was a word. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Heaven, welcome to the stream. Your first job interview, how'd it go? The death sentence for both of you. Man, if I only had known, I'd have become a prosecutor.
The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all.
Edgeworth?
Want to switch, Wright?
Hey, y'all, line up. I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time. Let's go.
And after that, dinner on me.
Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Did we have the dinner in the detention room? December 29, 5:02 a.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Oh my God. Case 5 of Game 1. Oh, is there another case after this? Oh, good God. Oh, it was added for the DS version. I have no idea. I have no idea if I'm playing that then. If it's in the trilogy, then sure. If not, then no, question mark. I don't know. A preschool paraprofessional. Hey. Well, best of luck. I hope you get it. Wow, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Oh my God, are we hungover? Huh? It's still only 5 o'clock. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter?
Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium, for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick.
You weren't completely useless. You kind of helped me think things through, right? Goodbye. What time is it? The first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station! To the station! And beyond. I guess I'm too late.
Hey, Nick!
Maya! Did she miss the station too? The train? How dare you? I've made it almost this entire stream without being sharked. How freaking dare you? So, you're leaving?
Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And the sharks are just getting to be a bit too much. They follow you everywhere, Phoenix. It's just not right. It's not normal. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
You hold your face right there.
Wait! What?
I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help.
Huh?
On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice.
You heard my sister?
Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything.
Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick.
Oh, yeah!
But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya.
Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze.
Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped.
Evidence?
Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. Boom! What are we doing right now? Hey, Racing Fan, welcome to the stream. Celebratory shark. She did take 600,000 volts to get that right. She did. She really did, though. Didn't mean to scare. It's fine. It's all okay. Wait, what's my evidence from Maya? What's my evidence from Maya? Did Maya get us the... I don't remember where the bullet came from. Did Maya get us the bullet? I don't honestly remember the bullet. Was it the bullet? Did Maya get us the... I don't remember how we got the bullet. Did she get us the bullet? Okay, I'll go with the bullet. I don't remember how we got it, I'll be honest. It was a long time ago now.
A bullet?
Von Karma was convinced he had taken all of the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. Oh! That did happen the last time we played this. I just forgot about it. I could not for the life of me remember how we got this bullet. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me.
Nick.
Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you.
I'll be back soon.
Huh?
I'm going to complete my training and come back.
Okay. I'll be waiting.
Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless.
I don't know about that. What was that?
So, this is it.
See you soon, Maya. Oh! She's crying happy tears.
Thanks, Nick.
Oh! 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 And so my story ends. Shortly after that, I got hit by a train and died. My story is over. No, time to turn a new page and say, Screech! And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins with the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha, don't think you've graduated yet, amateur.
Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim?
Yes, Your Honor. Oh boy, I got a bad feeling about this. Get from me! That was kind of weirdly well timed. Concept, script, direction, Shu Takumi. Or Takumi? I'm not sure how to say it, but...
Hey, pal, Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a Happy New Year. Talk about a pleasant surprise.
Woo! Detective Gumshoe! He tried.
Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh?
Graphics by Kumiko Suekane.
Huh, Nick? No, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop.
That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap date. Huh?
Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah.
Graphics by Tetsuro Iwamoto? I have no idea if I'm saying this right. I'm just giving it a shot. I forgot about you. Pain!
I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful.
Get it? Because he was like the tutorial guy? Main programming by Noriyuki Otani. Gumshoe's eyebrows dance. I love Gumshoe. Phoenix Wright? The defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes. Oh, you should know I've taken over management for the Gatewater Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by. Programming by Masakatsu Endo.
Oh, it's you, Phoenix Wright. Yes, Mayor's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. The days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
Music by Masakazu Sugimori. Oh my god, I forgot about old bag.
Phoenix Wright? He was an actor, wasn't he? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star. Did you say that you're on DVD, one of the boxes, none of the DVD or anything? Everything from now I'm supposed to...
Okay, you talk too fast. I forgot that she talks extremely fast. Sound effects at Sushi Mori.
I'm pleased to announce the Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of public eye until it's all over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know?
Publicity, Hiroshi Nakaya and Ayumi Tarada. Gave her Carol Channing voice. I don't even know if I know who that is.
Oh, I got a letter from... it sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but I didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess somethings. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway?
I don't remember half the voices that I gave any of these people. I'm literally making it up right now. Manual by Yumiko Uchida. Or Uchida.
Ray! Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk, Pink Princess. But you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ah, what a dog! It was a kind of a shock for a boy my tender age.
They're talking too fast. Producer by Atsushi Inaba. Like, I'm not clicking anything. They're just talking on their own. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, I remember right. That lawyer guy. Huh, me? Patient, it's...
Okay.
You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous.
Is there the ghost of Mia? I'm sure there was, right? Executive producer Shinji Mikami. Mikami. There she is. It's Mia. Victory! Kind of weird that she took that photo with space for a ghost to be in. Capcom. We got Turnabout Goodbye Clear, episode 4. Hey, a brand new episode has been added. Dope. Do I need to click something? I think I do. Episode 5! Okay, so I do have episode 5. Save your progress? You're totally right, I'm saving my progress. Oh, thank you very much. And that is going to have to be our stopping spot. That's a fantastic spot to stop. We beat episode 4. We did the thing, everybody. We did the thing. We achieved maximum override. I don't know what that means. We achieved Phoenix Wright. What a roller coaster. What a roller coaster. I kind of had Von Karma pegged, like, you know, partway in through today's stream. I just had to piece the details together with the evidence that I didn't remember how I got, where it came from, don't remember all the details. And I'm like, I feel like this Von Karma guy shot. I was thinking maybe someone shot through the elevator, because I still think the elevator doors would have been stuck closed, but if they opened that. It all came together in the end. I was on the right track. Gumshoe brought confetti. He did. The congrats didn't go off? I thought it did. I congratulate you. It's a celebration. I don't remember how it goes. It did go off, I'm pretty sure. I was just talking over it. I can probably override the cooldown. I can do it. Look, I can do it. I can do it. I can make it happen. I just want to tell you. Congratulations. It's a celebration. See, there it is. We heard it. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for coming into my stream. I know I haven't been streaming as much as I thought I was going to when I was talking about it last week, but I'm trying. Every chance that I get, I'm trying to get back to it. So keep tuning in. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, the Discord notifications, etc., etc. That's the best way to like keep up. I try to post. I've been posting to Twitter more, so if you have a Twitter, you can follow me there, and I'll start posting when I'm live there, as well as with Discord, everywhere. How dare you shark me in the middle of my shilling? Thank you very much. But that's gonna do it, like I said, for tonight's stream. I might be streaming tomorrow. It's a Friday night. I don't think I have plans, so if I'm streaming tomorrow, we might take a short break from Phoenix Wright and then come back to it, since we just finished a whole episode. We might take a break, do something else, but I don't know what else. We'll see what I'm feeling tomorrow. We'll see what I'm feeling. It'll be a surprise. It'll be a mystery surprise for everyone. So that's going to do it. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, wash your hands and bye.